GS score,
GS score, GS score,
GS score,
GS score,
GS score,
GS score,
GS score,
GS score,
GS score है, GS score,
GS score,
GS score,
GS score,
GS score,
GS score.
GS score.
Hello friends, I'm Manoj Keja and we are going to talk about approach to build GS foundation. Being fresher, you will notice that two things bothers you a lot the moment you think to take this examination. Number one, the vastness of the syllabus, and number two, uncertainty of the exam. Both are linked. Both are closely linked. Because unless you know how to manage the vastness of the syllabus, everything will remain uncertain. Everything will remain uncertain. And being fresher, if you talk to anyone, those who are going to start, you will find that most of the time these two things worry you a lot. सबके लिए वरी यही है कि ये वास्ट सिलेबस है, अनसर्टेनिटी है, and so many things. See, any examination, be it civil services or any examination, comes with the confidence that yes, you are able to do so. You are able to crack it. Fine. It's not about academic achievement or you can say anything else, a talent or anything else. It's basically a strategy. The moment we say a strategy, preparation, etc., it simply means what kind of method you are going to adopt, which makes your task easier, which brings sense of completion and gives you the confidence that yes, you can do it. So let's learn about it. See, the first thing first, what anyone needs to know is, you can say, this sense of completion. So the moment you think about the vastness, uncertainty, etc., you will create a loop where always you will find that you are unsettled. You are unsettled in the preparation. And that brings the cause to worry. Why I am saying the sense of completion? The sense of completion comes with the two things. Number one, the first thing first, that the topic. Any examination is all about the topic. Whether you know something or you don't know something. You know the fundamental right, you don't know. You know climatology or you don't know. It's very simple. It's simple. And so what happens at GS score, the method we adopt is, we call it micromanagement of the topic. Micromanagement of the topic. That every topic is mapped very well, that you know this, you know this, you know this, you know this, you know this. Because when you go for the assessment, this is the micromanagement of the topic that you assess first, whether you know or no, don't know, fine. So this is the first thing, first. And second is, what is the timeline? What is the timeline? You cannot prepare or you can say this examination, or you start your preparation by keeping in mind that you will build your foundation in 2 years. It never happens. It never works. You will find at many places it keeps on going for 16 months, 18 months, 2 years, 3 years, XYZ. There may be a program for 2 years, but a good preparation does not, you can say, it never needs more than 10 or 11 months if it is methodologically done. It's very important that you are very well prepared at least 3 to 4 months before the examination. I will discuss it. Why I say that sense of completion? Because this sense of completion gives you the confidence that yes, your preparation is done and the chances of qualifying this examination is always high. And then from the very first day, you don't have to think about the uncertainty and vastness. Rather, you have to do these two things. These two things should be in your mind, that how you are going to map each and every topic, how good you are in concept building, number one, and number two, what is the timeline in which you think you are prepared, or your strategy is to finish each and everything. Then you will go for you can say mock, revision, etc. That's a different kind of thing. But the first thing first, that the first round of everything is done in a stipulated time. So these two things should be in your mind to make your strategy as a beginner. The next thing is basically the way you are organized. Because you can say the way you are organized, that gives you, you can say, or that brings a better output. If your preparation is scattered, unorganized, loss of wastage of time happens. बहुत ज़्यादा टाइम बर्बाद होती है इस पे. Repetition, duplication, reading too many books, too many resources. कई कोचिंग क्लासेस में आप देखोगे कि 3 सब्जेक्ट 4 सब्जेक्ट से एक साथ चल रहा है. So when we say organized, it simply means number one, that the first thing first, you should know that what kind of output you need. An output of what? Output of your input. And so you have to start with a subject, one subject or maximum 2 subjects. आप 1 या 2 सब्जेक्ट से ज़्यादा एक बार में नहीं ले सकते. इट्स बेटर कि एक सब्जेक्ट को उठाओ, एक सब्जेक्ट को एक बार में कंप्लीट करो. And this is what we do. So we are talking about ourselves. You cannot run 3, 4, 5 subjects. No, it never happens. You cannot go for multiple sources. It never works. You cannot go for multiple, you can say social media platform, etc. The more sources you create, more unorganized you are. So everything you should know that everything is basically topic. So what happens that you do a lot of things ना, तुम कई चीज़ें करते रहते हो. 3-4 सब्जेक्ट भी पढ़ रहे हैं, करंट अफेयर्स भी पढ़ रहे हैं, टेस्ट भी कर रहे हैं, कई सब्जेक्ट के कई मल्टीपल सोर्सेज भी हैं. यू कैन नॉट डू इट. द रीज़न इज हाउ यू नीड टू ऑर्गेनाइज योर सेल्फ इज टॉपिक. हमेशा एक ही चीज़ याद रखना, टॉपिक इज एवरीथिंग. टॉपिक इज एवरीथिंग. फाइन. सो 1 सब्जेक्ट एट अ टाइम और 2 सब्जेक्ट्स एट अ टाइम maximum. Fine. And then whatever you do, it should basically come like this. Whether it is current affairs, it has to be linked with the subject. Whether it is any assessment or test, it has to be in and around this. Whether it is updation or anything, it has to be around this. So my point is basically, the convergent point is this topic. Fine. Your notes has to be in and around the topic. Notes आपके NCERT, notes of polity, notes of advanced book. No. You cannot do it. Question always comes from the topic. So topic is my bab in UPSC. Nothing else. So from the very first day of your preparation, you should know that whether you know something or you don't know. This kind of mindset will help you to organize better way. And so the way GS score works in the foundation is basically it helps you to organize in and around the topic. You map the topic and you should know how to map the topic from the very first day. This only will ensure a better outcome. Because if anyone qualifies this examination, the only philosophy works: minimum input, maximum output. There is you can say, or you can, in other way, you can say content procurement is endless. Content procurement, content is endless. It never finishes. ये तो चलता रहेगा. तुम चाहो तो पॉलिटी 1 साल 2 साल 3 साल पढ़ते रह सकते हो. But will it work? No, it will never work. It never works. And so over a period of time, what we have learned that to work with the candidates in a way that helps them to keep organized in a very simple, effective and easy way. Next very important point, which always bothers most of the candidates, is time management. Now, in this approach of your preparation, being beginner, see, time management here does not mean daily routine or XYZ. कि हम 24 घंटे में क्या करें और क्या नहीं करें. Here time management simply means that how effective you are in terms of output. इसका 10 घंटे 12 घंटे पढ़ने से डेली रूटीन से कोई मतलब नहीं है. बहुत सिंपल सी चीज़ है. If you think that you are good in 6 hours, go for it. If you are think in 8 hours, go for it. But my point is something different here. To be effective, you don't have to manage the time. Rather, you have to manage your input. Input. Fine. You must have a clear cut timeline that by this date you should be in a position to write this examination. Anyone who is going to take this examination in 2026, he should be in a position to understand क्या हम दिसंबर में this year or you can say by January next year can I write this examination. Your classes, your preparation, XYZ or your foundation or first reading sort of thing cannot continue till March or April. It's a suicidal. और बाकी लोग जो लोग भी जो भी प्रिपरेशन कर रहे हैं और जब उनकी क्लासेस ही मार्च अप्रैल तक घिंच जाती है तो उनसे पूछो उनकी प्रिपरेशन की हालत क्या होती है. जनवरी के बाद तो कॉन्फिडेंस ही नहीं रहता उनका एग्ज़ाम देने के बाद. उनको लगता है कि नहीं इट्स बेटर टू ड्रॉप दिस ईयर एंड देन टू राइट नेक्स्ट ईयर. सो व्हाई नॉट टू थिंक नाउ कि हम किस टाइम लाइन में अपनी चीज़ों को फिनिश करेंगे. टाइम मैनेजमेंट सिंपली मीन्स दिस that in what timeline you are going to do, and it start with the input in the sense that rate of completion must be very high, rate of completion, and this you do only when your entire preparation is very slick, very powerful, very powerful. The reason is you can say कि अगर आपका रेट ऑफ कंप्लीशन बहुत ज़्यादा नहीं है तो वो कभी भी मोटिवेशन नहीं होगा. यू कैन नॉट रीड ए सब्जेक्ट फॉर वेरी लॉन्ग. कि अगर पॉलिटी है तो 3, 4, 5 फैकल्टी पढ़ा रहे हैं या 10 सोर्सेज से पढ़ रहे हैं और वो 3 या 4 महीने चल रही है. इट नेवर वर्क्स लाइक दिस. इट नेवर एवर वर्क लाइक दिस. The rate of completion must be high. I repeat my sentence, rate of completion must be high, very high rather. I will prefer to use the word very high. And for that you need to break everything in the bit size. छोटे छोटे साइज में हम कन्वर्ट करते चले गए और उसके इन एंड अराउंड ही हमने सारी चीज़ें की. फॉर एग्जाम्पल इफ़ यू हैव टू थिंक फॉर पॉलिटी, ओके फाइन, बट देन द फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन इज that is your fundamental right is done. If done, what does mean by it? It simply means that the conceptual clarity is done, updation is done, assessment is done, revision is done and notes is done. Because UPSC को क्वेश्चन पूछना होगा तो वो पॉलिटी में तो बाद में आएगी, वो पहले तो टॉपिक में जाएगी ना साहब. तो अगर पॉलिटी में या ज्योग्राफी में क्लाइमेटोलॉजी, जियोमॉर्फोलॉजी एट्सेट्रा, अगर हम इस हिसाब से हम प्रिपरेशन करते हैं इन द बिट साइज, that topic by topic is done, rate of completion is very high and everything is converging around this, then you will find that rate of completion is high and then you would be in a position to match the timeline or the deadline what you have set. And this is how actually we work. GS score में हम लोगों ने over the period of time we evolve by doing this only. एक टाइमलाइन में हम स्टूडेंट को एग्जामिनेशन से कितनी पहले फ्री कर सकते हैं, बिकॉज अल्टीमेटली व्हाट हैपेंस दैट द क्वालिटी ऑफ सेल्फ स्टडी शुड इम्प्रूव, नॉट द टाइम यू गिव टू द कोचिंग इंस्टीट्यूट. कोचिंग इंस्टीट्यूट्स आर फैसिलिटेटर्स, वी आर फैसिलिटेटर. द वे वी आर गोइंग टू एम्पावर यू, दैट विल इवेंचुअली हेल्प यू टू क्रैक दिस एग्जामिनेशन. क्योंकि कंटेंट प्रोक्योरमेंट का तो कोई सवाल ही नहीं उठता, वो तो बहुत सारे हैं साहब. अब तो प्रॉब्लम ही कंटेंट प्रोक्योरमेंट की है. सो मच कंटेंट इज फ्लोटिंग, वेदर इट इज सोशल मीडिया, टेलीग्राम, XYZ, हर जगह कंटेंट ही कंटेंट है. क्या करना कंटेंट का, कितना चाहिए कंटेंट. फाइन. व्हाई आई एम सेइंग दिस, बिकॉज द लास्ट थिंग व्हाट मैटर्स इन द एग्जामिनेशन, यू विल हैव टू नो दैट स्किलिंग इज इक्वली इंपॉर्टेंट as you discuss about the knowledge. Most of the time you talk to yourself being a beginner, fresher. How many times you think about the skilling? क्या आपने स्किलिंग के बारे में बात की, कभी सोची और कभी भी ये सोचने की कोशिश की कि साहब स्किलिंग का इस एग्जामिनेशन में मतलब क्या है, what does mean by it? Because as I said, being the beginner, you are lost in the vastness or the story of the vastness of this examination, syllabus, everything. यहीं से स्टार्ट होती है सोचना साहब कि ये एग्जामिनेशन तो इज़ ऑल अबाउट वन थिंग. जो भी on this, everything that exists on this planet you have to read. No, not at all. Not at all. Not at all. And this is why in almost, you can say, every topic, we link assessment, PYQ, updation. More application-based approach. So coming back to the point, skilling. Skilling here simply means that how good, efficient you are in terms of application. Application. It's not simply about the knowledge, content procurement, no, class, no. It's about application. And that is the method and attitude that you will have to learn and develop from the very early days of your preparation. It never works कि एक बार मैंने syllabus खत्म कर लिया, फिर हम स्किलिंग डेवलप करेंगे, फिर हम एप्लीकेशन बेस्ड अप्रोच डेवलप करेंगे. It never happens. It never happens. It goes hand in hand together. Knowledge is skilling. Knowledge is skilling. For example, you might have seen that everyone talks about the answer writing. It's very much in fashion. But what is answer writing? Answer writing is nothing but expression. Expression. And expression is output. But I have a question to you. Output of what? Output of input. Output of input. If your understanding, retention, and then the application is not effectively done, then whatever you are doing, you will feel that there is a gap. There is a gap. And so we always do, you can say, a tracking. कि हम मैप कर रहे हैं. You should know it. Know it. For example, here, expression is a skill. When you say answer writing is not simply about writing certain points. It's basically a skill. Expression is skill. That comes, or that brings you output, and output what matters in the examination, and that is the only thing matters in the examination. So this is how you should think about, you can say, everything that matters in the examination. So here I don't want to discuss about or lecture you about, you can say, the syllabus, strategy, XYZ. But my point is one, the way we work, the way we have learned, that how to organize, mainstream everything, where you are able to track your preparation, assess your outcome, and clearly see a sense of completion that by this time, I'm going to have a sense of completion which gives me enough confidence to write this examination. This is how we do a GS Foundation, or the other courses also as well. That in this timeline, you would be in a position to do it. And this should be your mindset, this should be your attitude, being a beginner, to build your foundation. So the course details and all, everything you will find in the link. Just go, hit, find, and let's connect with the faculties. Thank you.